and welcome to Alan's Music Centre's Hobby Organist channel here on YouTube. My name's Tom and thanks for joining us here today. Sincerely hope that you're keeping safe and well and enjoying playing whichever organ you own at home. In this video we're going to take a look on a Lowrey organ, and we're going to take a look at a really cool feature which maybe some of you haven't used very much. It's called theatre drums, and it's a really cool way of putting extra drum sounds on the keyboards, the keys on the lower keyboard and the pedal board. So let's head over to the keys and I'll show you how you can set up different drum sounds, and also show you how this feature is actually found in virtually all the presets in the organ, but if you never turned on a particular button you won't hear these things. So come over to the keys and let's show you how it works. Here we go. What theatre drums basically does is it's a little remnant from the older days of Lowrey organs, and in fact in the 70s it was quite commonplace for most home electronic organs to be theatre organ in style. So the stops kind of mimic tibias and strings and things, and then of course in the late 70s, early 80s, we started to get organs that did more orchestral things as well. So, but the Lowrey, not wanting to forget their heritage, have included some things from the older vintage instruments, and one of these is a tab on the panel called theatre drums. Now on the organs you'll find some of them like the Sensation, you'll find it on the left of the tabs. Organs like Prestige and Liberty and so on, you'll find it round to the right side of the organ in the theatre stops. The latest organs, it's found on the theatre touch screen tab at the bottom, and on this instrument we can get it by pressing Feature Clear, and you can actually access it very easily through here. Now what theatre drums does, when you switch it on, it will put on some sounds on the lower keyboard like this, and on the pedals like that. Now what you do is you go through the feature page and you go through until you see the option on the screen for theatre drums, and there it is. It's often with something called keyed drums, so we press theatre drums and then on the screen we can see four options, two for the lower, two for the pedals. Now at the moment it says crash cymbal and snare drum on the lower, and the level is the volume. So if I play anywhere where lower than the split point where the chords are, you can hear there's a crash and a drum sound as well. The pedals have got another crash cymbal and a bass drum like that. So that's general preset 3 that I'm using there, the big theatre organ sound. Let me go to general preset number 8, the piano and the strings. Now I'm going to turn on the panel the theatre tab, and you can now see that there's a shaker and a snare drum, and that's the sound on the lower keyboard. Let's zoom the camera out a little bit and you can see me actually playing here. So you can see actually when I play on the lower keyboard, look, I'm playing these manual drums. On the pedals there's a hi-hat, so I can actually make my own rhythm. Pedal chord, which of course is what we used to do in the old days before we had, you know, automatic rhythms and rhythm boxes. Okay, so what's the idea of theatre drums? Well, it's very useful if you want to play or add in your own rhythms, because of course you see when you play with a style, the left hand doesn't do a great deal. It just literally pushes down the chord and that information then goes into the style section. But sometimes it's nice to play along with the style and maybe add some extra drum accents. This you can do with theatre drums. Let's turn on a style now. Let's go for what should we go for? A nice Latin style. And I'm going to have a look through and I'm going to pick this one here. Let's go for the Rumba Begin. Okay, so let's go into the Feature Clear button again. We'll choose theatre drums, and what you should now be able to see on the screen is what the organ has set up. I'm going to use the rhythm presets here, and you can see here that the organ has set up a rather cool selection. We've got castanets on the lower and a cymbal and a quiet bass drum. So what happens is when I play the chord, this happens. Okay, so there's the style playing away. Now I'm going to turn on the theatre drum. So listen to what happens. Yeah, that cymbal coming in. That's on the pedals. So the auto bass is playing the pedals for me, but you can now hear there's an extra cymbal. Let's turn it off and back on. Now if I play my chords on the lower keyboard, there's the castanets. So what you can do different rhythm patterns, which is quite clever. So what we could do is we could play on the lower keyboard a little pattern, something a bit like this maybe. Now isn't that great? Because even though I'm not playing the pedals there, I'm letting the auto bass do it. It's using the drum sound on the pedals, so that adds a nice little cymbal accent. And I'm going cha 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 cha. And all I'm doing is I'm just playing the chord on the beat and then going into my extra rhythm. Now you could do any rhythm you wanted there. You could do Lowrey organ, Lowrey organ. Sort of rhythm pattern that you like. So what happens is, as you play through the different styles, these theatre drums are actually being set up in the back, and you can see as you go through it's putting sometimes nothing on the lower, so on a big band number, okay, something like that. I don't want any sound on the lower keyboard, but I've got a cymbal on, you see. Now if you start playing the pedals, so you can do your little things like that. Now, if you're playing without a rhythm, let's say if you're doing some theatre organ style, you may want some crash cymbals at the end. So most of these will be set up. Let's finish off with something big now, and let's go into the feature clear. We'll check out the theatre drums, and this is the one we had earlier at the beginning, Theatre Registration 3. You've got crash cymbal, snare drums, crash cymbal, bass drum on the pedals. So all you have to do is when you want those crash cymbals is knock on that theatre tab on the panel or on the screen of your marquee or whatever. By the way, if you're wondering which models these are on, you'll find theatre drums on Royale Stardust, Sensation and Sensation Special Edition. You'll find them on the Prestige. I'm 99% sure they're found on the Legend as well. You'll find them on Prestige Plus, Sterling, Symphony, Symphony Showcase, Liberty, Imperial. You'll also find them on all the big E series organs like Marquee, Grand Marquee and Aria as well. So just have a look through your feature menu, and if you come across theatre drums, that's the thing you need to look for. So if I was playing a big ending, turn the theatre drums on, and that crash cymbal is on the pedal. So you get a nice crash at the end there, which adds for a rather cool ending to a piece of music. So the theatre drums tab on this Sensation is over here. On the other organs it's on the right hand side. On the modern touchscreen lounge like Arias and Marquees, you'll find it in the theatre tab on the bottom of the screen, and you'll see theatre drums there. The feature menu is where you go to set it up, but it's really cool because it's one of these hidden Lowrey features. It's like Golden Harp. Even though the Golden Harp's not on, switch it on and you'll find there's something been set up to match the rhythm style. It's a lovely way of adding Latin drum accents, big band cymbal accents or theatre organ crashes to your music. So try that out. And for those of you who are into theatre organ sounds, Trevor did a superb video on the theatre organ registration pack, and on the registrations in there, a lot of the time we do use theatre drums to add in various percussion instruments. So do try that out, folks. Enjoy your music, take care of yourselves, and our sincere thanks from all of us here at Allen's for watching and supporting us here on YouTube. So we'll say take care, enjoy theatre drums, and just a very quick thank you to our Hobby Organist channel viewer Debbie for suggesting this particular video. We've had some wonderful suggestions from some of our other viewers, so we do sincerely hope you'll keep sending those in. Any ideas, just email them into the shop, and we've had some wonderful suggestions from Lowrey owner Simon, so thank you for those, Simon, and we'll hope to do as much as we can on the instrument. So whether you've got a Ringway, Lowrey or whatever, do send your ideas in, and if we can do a video on a topic, we'll certainly do that. Many thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.